What's going on, my Breakthrough Broker friends? Dr. Bruce back in the house today as we break down another installment of the 90-Day Sales Breakthrough Broker podcast. Every single week, I like to come into your life with some type of content or training that I believe will move the needle for you as a small business owner, as a real estate agent, because at the end of the day, most of you are solopreneurs. A solopreneur is any individual person solely in charge of their sales, their service, their marketing, and of course, all of this is a mindset. So today's topic, I want to break down why I truly believe everybody needs a coach in life. On this week's podcast, let's break down why I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I truly believe a great coach can change your life. People who consistently have coaches and training and structure and consistency and discipline and accountability and all of those overused and underdone words in the vocabulary, in the language, out-earn or outperform those who don't by 2 to 3 times. I truly do believe that. And I do believe that who is coaching you matters, right? There's so many coaches now more than ever before. Some are really, really good and some are just trying to make a name for themselves. And they don't necessarily have the coaching, the systems, and the structure. So with all of that being said, I just want to break down why I believe everybody needs a great coach in life. I believe a great coach can change your life. A great coach does 3 things for us. They make us have conversations we don't want to have. They make us do things that we really don't want to do, but they help us become something we never thought we could become on our own. And I thank the good Lord for all the great coaches who have come along in my life. And when I say coaches, guys, I use this interchangeably. These could be mentors that I've had. These could be teachers that I've had. These could be actual coaches that I've had in the athletics world. You know, these could be career mentors, or so there's so many different kind of verbiages that you could use when it comes to breaking down everybody needs a coach in life. But I mean, I've even had family members growing up that I saw as a coach in my life, not only in athletics, but also just life coaching. And I can go all the way back into that very first concept that I talked about. Everybody needs a coach in life because a great coach will make you have conversations that you don't want to have. And, you know, so sometimes they come from unlikely places, but if we're open, humble, and coachable to it, then we can learn anything from anyone. And I go all the way back to when I was 17, going on 18 years old. I had graduated high school. I had my open house, and I had my open house about 3 weeks before we were starting the college semester. So I was going to go to Ferris State University, and I was going to go there just like most people from my small hometown do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the last minute, my cousin sits down to me, and my cousin's like my older brother. And he just said, "Hey, I found out that you have an opportunity to go down to Tennessee and play college baseball." And he's just asking, like, why are you not doing that? And truth be told, at that time, you know, I had a girlfriend. She was going to be a senior in high school, right? I'm going to be a college freshman. So I wanted to stay close by to her. And he just said, "Listen, you're going to regret this. If you don't go down there and play and give this a go, you're going to regret this at some point in the future." And I just said, "You know what? You're probably right. I can always come back to my small hometown." And so I decided to move to Tennessee. And listen, I only stayed there 1 year before I transferred back to a different school in Michigan that was a little bit further away. But the point of that message or that story is that experience, that one conversation changed my entire life. It changed the trajectory of my entire life. Number one is I went and I played 4 years in college baseball. Okay. Number two is it gave me the confidence to go move to a brand new state and city, not knowing a single person. And I've now done that 3 or 4 different times in my life when I've launched my own business, moving from Nashville to Denver, not knowing anybody. And so I just go all the way back to that one conversation when I was 17 going on 18 years old that completely changed my life. All right. And so I know that you've had conversations with people in your markets, in your backgrounds, in your past that have had conversations with you like that, whether it's been a teacher, whether it's been a mentor, whether it's been a parent, whether it's been a sibling, whether it's been a significant other, whether it's been an actual coach, right? But either way, we need people in our lives who call us out, who have some of those tough conversations when we need to have them. We also need number 2, which is we need people to help us be motivated and inspired, to stay motivated and stay inspired, right? We live in this world where we're constantly getting hit in all different directions. And we're always getting pulled. Like I always say, like, you have to move in the opposite direction of the world's negative pole. There's a lot of negativity in this world. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of different things that are going on in our lives. And a lot of times we're trying to be pulled in the wrong direction. So when you're out there trying to take over the world and you're trying to launch a business, you're trying to grow a business, you're trying to scale a business, and it's so emotional. And so that's that second part of it is we do need coaches that keep us accountable to our goals, who help us go out there every single day and stay motivated and stay inspired on most days, right? I am not one of those, if you love what you do, you'll never work another day. I think that's BS. I do think that the majority of the time, though, you should enjoy a lot of different things. You have a lot of unique abilities, hence why you're doing what it is that you're doing, right? Turning your purpose into passion and turning your passion into profit. And so at the end of the day, number two is, it's the days that you don't want to do the heavy lifting required to be successful. It's the days that you get overly emotional, because our emotions are going to let us down a lot. So that is the second thing that a great coach does, is it gives us those systems of accountability and structure, right? It's because they've already been there. They've experienced a lot of these things that we're going through. They can sympathize with us. There's a big difference between empathy and sympathy. Somebody empathizes towards you when they haven't been in your shoes. They haven't actually experienced it, right? But they sympathize when they're like, listen, I've been there. I'm battle tested. I've been through exactly what it is that you're going through. And I go through this every single day just like you do. And therefore, I can sympathize with the different emotions and the challenges and the struggles that you do, okay? And then the third thing that a great coach will help us do is at the end of this is we look back after 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, however long it is, right? Like, discipline is just a long obedience in the same direction. Every single day we wake up and we chop wood and we carry water. But at some point you look back and you say, we're all human becomings, not human beings. And we become something we never thought we could become on our own. And again, I just thank goodness for all the great advocates and all the great mentors and the board of advisors and the teachers that I've had along the way. And I'll share one other story again, like going back when I was 23, 24 years old. It was an actual teacher. I'm sitting down in the teacher's lounge. I ended up going back to my hometown and I was substitute teaching and I was coaching high school baseball, because that's what I thought I wanted to do, right? I went from being a journalist to I want to go be a coach, and I want to, help be a career author and a career speaker and all that kind of stuff. And so, I was sitting in a teacher's lounge, and it was just me and one of my former past teachers at that time. And she just said, what the F are you still doing here? And I was like, what? I'm like, I've never heard you swear in my life. And so, like, you want to talk about a shock factor, but she's like, you have so much more potential than this. Right? Potential is this energy that's stored until utilized. And so sometimes we need other people to see the potential in us. We need other people to see the good in us when it's easy to see the bad, to help us go reach our full potential. And so just her asking me, what are you still doing here? You can do so much more than this. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And that very night I went home and I started applying for different jobs all over the country for grad school. And then that's when I got accepted into Middle Tennessee State University and moved down there again, not knowing anybody. So for the second time, again, going back to my cousin's story, when I was 17, 18, I had the confidence to go move to a brand new place because I had already done it once. Confidence is the memory of success. But again, a lot of times we need coaches to help us see these things through their logical conclusion. Because if we just wake up and we hope good things happen, at some point we all hit a ceiling. It's called a ceiling of complexity. We all get to a certain place, and it's hard for us a lot of times to break through that on our own. That's why we need other people. We need other systems and structures and accountability to help us go through that process. So I truly believe trained always outperform untrained. Everybody needs a coach in life. And of course, if you're looking for a coach, go check out 90daysales.com. We have 3 different coaching structures. But at the end of the day, we dub our coaching the P90X of sales, right? Because I've gone through P90X going back, over a decade ago. And I just remember coming out of that 90-day boot camp for a health and wellness and fitness and just saying, oh my gosh, look at all the progress that I made throughout that process. It's the same thing for us in 90 Day Sales Manager. If you truly do the work, if you come to us hungry, humble, coachable, hungry meaning your best days are still ahead of you, humble meaning I don't know everything there is to know about running a business, and coachable meaning I'm willing to go out there and try to implement some of these different things. Then you're going to go out there and you're going to have success. So who's coaching you matters, but everybody does need a coach in life and areas that are important. Just like if you're a real estate agent, you're a loan officer, you're a financial advisor, like you serve as a coach to your people. People come to you confused and you give them clarity. They come to you maybe scared and you give them positivity, right? There's a lot of different things that goes into running your business, just like there is going into running my own business. Everybody needs a coach in life.